Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Well, today's video is dedicated to my custom drapes that are in my living room, and I'm dedicating this entire video because I want to cover every single detail and tell you everything about them. I'm a 100% satisfied Amazon customer. That's right, I ordered these luxurious, beautiful drapes from Amazon, and I can't tell you how happy I am. It's like a dream come true, honestly. When I first moved into this home a few years ago, we got a few quotes from some custom drapery companies out there, and the prices were just insane. I'm not kidding you. We were looking at over $4,000 to $5,000 on just custom drapes for my living room, and it was only 4 to 5 panels that I needed. Well, when I came across them and found these on Amazon, I was just like, oh my God, I am just dropping dead because I can't believe I found these at this price. So I'm going to be covering every single detail about the material. I'm going to get you a close-up look and just tell you a little bit more of how to go about ordering these because they are custom made to your size. So I'll go ahead and show you guys an entire view of my window pane and my whole wall. It is a 2 ceiling window pane that I have here in my living room. So it was extremely hard for us to even try to get measurements. So what we did is when we had the first company come out here to give us a oh my God, I just had a brain fart. The first company that came out here to give us a quote, they did the measuring for us because they came out here and they laid out a whole booklet full of different fabrics, colors, patterns, everything, you name it. You get to choose every single little thing about these drapes when you do a custom order with a big company. So basically what they did, they brought this little laser thing. They didn't even need a huge ladder. It's like a laser measuring tool, and they gave us the measurements, and I wrote that down and I saved it. I said this is just for reference in case we decide to go with another company that does charge us for a estimate. This one of these companies was a free estimate. So then you know, there's a lot of companies out there that would just charge $100, $150 just to come out and give you an estimate. So I saved that measurement and I said, okay, I'm gonna save it, and thank God I did because I needed this when I placed my order with Amazon. So let's go ahead and take a look at these beautiful drapes that I am talking about. I just want you guys to take a closer look. The fabric is just absolutely stunning. I am not kidding. Now, we don't get direct sun because our home is facing south, but I'm going to share with you that the color doesn't change much because we do have a bay window. So there is an angle on the sides, and sometimes like my shades could look a little bit darker when the lights are off. Sometimes they look a little bit lighter when the lights are on. So it just depends how the line is shining. But right now, I'm going to show you guys exactly what they look like. And it's daylight right now. It's the middle of the day. And I went with the gray just because that's my whole color scheme here in my home. And I decided to go ahead and leave a 10-inch gap from the ceiling down to the window. And so that's where we decided that we were going to place our drape pole. And so I decided to do that because there is a gap in between my windows, as you can see here. And so I wanted that same gap up above, if that makes any sense. So that's why we decided to leave a 10-inch gap at the very top. That way it can match the one that's at the bottom in between all of the windows. Now, these drapes are 100% polyester. The fabric is super soft. It's not shiny. It might look shiny in the video. It might not. I'm not exactly sure how well the video camera is recording this, but it's a very silky, soft, luxurious looking drape. And when they come in a box, it's a tiny box, and you're probably wondering how wrinkly they're going to be once you take these out. So when you take these out of the box, you're going to have to do some type of ironing or steaming them or taking them to the dry cleaner. So what we did, we went ahead and steamed them, and I ironed them. And then the day that we did that, that's the day we installed them. So people just comment and they love my drapes, and they always ask, how do you keep them nice and creased? Well, there is a trick, and I'm going to show you guys in just a few minutes. But before we get to that, I just want to let you know that yes, you do need at least 2 to 3 people to assemble this because they do get a little bit heavy. They are so long, and the fabric is not very thin. These are the darkening curtains. So these drapes are like to darken a room. Now, not that I want to darken my living room because I do not ever close them at all. This is just for looks. So I do have them pinned at the bottom. So if you want to create that nice crease, those lines that you see here, you're going to have to pin them, and I'll show you guys how to do that if you guys ever have to want to do something like this. Now, of course, if you do want to not pin them because you want to be closing them and opening, they are going to be flaring out at the bottom. It won't stay, just because that's the way the fabric is. It's just so stubborn. It's just not going to stay where you want it to be. Maybe if they were cotton or a different thicker material, maybe, but not these. These are polyester. And don't be afraid to, go down with the iron. I usually added a cloth over it when I started ironing them. And then once they were up, I did it with the steamer. But either way would work. And if you want to take them to a dry cleaner, you can do that too. Just keep in mind when you transport them back home, you have to make sure they're not wrinkled in your car, and make sure you install them right away because they will get wrinkled right away. Okay, so like I mentioned, these are from Amazon, and if you do not find the actual size that you need, you are going to have to create a custom order. So I have my phone here just to take a look and see what sizes are available. So the ones that I ordered are 50 inches wide, and so that's only for the corner drapes or for the corner panels because I wanted to create a thicker look in the middle. So the corner ones are 50 by 120, but here on their website they have 50 by 180, or it says 50 by whatever custom inches you need. So then again, you would have to pinch in whatever, you will have to type in, not pinch, you would have to type in whatever size you're gonna want. Now, as far as returns, because this is a custom made item, I am not 100% sure if it's returnable. That's something you might want to get with the vendor and see if you will be able to return. But if you're not sure about the fabric and you just want to kind of get a sample, they do sell samples of any color of your choice. So if you go under placing an order, instead of creating a custom panel, you're going to have to create your custom, basically, fabric for the sample. So you're just going to choose the color and then however many you want, and then they'll send you a nice large piece of that fabric. And it's helpful because sometimes colors may look different online, and then once you receive it, you're like, oh, well, thank God I didn't place that order, because then I would have been spending hundreds of dollars on something that I didn't like. Or maybe once you see it, it's like, oh, just what I needed, and then you go ahead and place your order and you feel comfortable. You're not feeling that anxiety until they arrive, because these are not through the Amazon Prime. These are not going to get here in 2 days if you have the Amazon Prime. These are going to take a little bit longer because they are custom made, so they will take a few more days longer. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys. They do come in tons of colors, not a whole lot, but it's like pretty much a lot of their basic colors. So they have the dark blue, they have the light blue, they have the silver, the beige, and then the off-white, the gray, the dark gray. I went with the dark gray. They have red, and then they have black and white. So there's a lot of other vendors out there, but the ones that I purchased are linked down in the description box by this vendor. There are other vendors, and they do have like gold, the beige ones, all white, and then like the sheer ones. So I'm not 100% sure how great their quality is, but I know these are just amazing. They look much more expensive than what they are. So each panel is currently, let's see, if you do one that's 50 inches by 180, each panel is going to cost you $149. Now, mine are not 50 by 180. Mine are 50 by 120. So that is the height. And then the middle ones are going to be 100 inches wide by 120. And I said that earlier. I did that because I wanted the outer drapes to be a little bit more thinner and skinnier looking than the middle ones. I wanted the middle ones to do like a full coverage, and just to cover that space in between my windows, because there is a larger space in between the windows because it is a bay window, so it kind of curves. So I wanted that coverage to just make it look full. I didn't want skinny panels and make it look unfinished or just make it look inexpensive. I think the more, the thicker, and the more you have, then the more it's like, crinkled up. I think it makes it look a lot more expensive, a lot more luxurious, and just amazing. It's this beautiful feeling that you get when you walk into your home and you see these beautiful extra large extra large drapes in your home. It's just amazing. I am so excited and happy with this purchase. I can't tell you how excited I am. But if any of you out there are looking into getting some custom drapes or looking for extra long double ceiling drapes, look no further. Go order these right now. So I was just super shocked of how inexpensive these are because the material is super thick, and we did try them out to see how darkened the room would get with these darkening curtains or darkening drapes. And so right before I pinned them at the bottom, we went ahead and closed them all up. And yeah, it works. So if you want these to be for a darkening, if you want to darken your room or your living room or any area that you're going to be placing these, it does work. It is the darkening drape. So it does what it says. So the quality is just amazing. Super thick, super luxurious, very nice and silky feeling. And I'm just completely satisfied with this purchase. And I would recommend, highly recommend for you to order these. Look no further. Don't go waste your money on these other high-end and high-priced custom drapery companies, because Amazon is like the best place to get your drapes. Now, I was also looking for some for my bedroom. My bedroom doesn't have the double ceiling, but they are pretty high ceilings. And so I was looking at like JCPenney, I went to Kohl's, and so the fabric that I just fell in love with these from Amazon, I just wanted them again. So I went ahead and ordered them for my bedroom. So I have them in my bedroom and I have them here in my living room. And I am just super, super happy and excited that I did this purchase. I get so many compliments. People, as soon as you walk into my door, into my home, it's like this is the first thing you see, because right when you walk in, it's like my living rooms, and boom, there it is. It's like beautiful, long looking, expensive drapes. But honestly, I just paid a lot less than what you would think. All right, so let me take you to my bedroom and show you what they look like there. Okay, guys, so here we did the same thing. Right on the very top here, we left a large gap there. I don't exactly remember how much of a gap it is. Might be the same as the living room, maybe 10-15 inches. I am not 100% sure, but let me see if my camera would go ahead and line up a little bit. Okay, here we are. Okay, so wow, okay, it's still a little dark, but so these we are currently, or these we are always opening them and closing them. Wow, it just got super dark. Let me see if my camera will focus. Okay, there it is. Okay, so here in our bedroom, we are constantly opening them and closing them because we don't have any curtains, which is like the window curtains here. And that's just my preference because I don't like curtains. We are planning of adding maybe some roller shades. So for now, we are just using our drapes as basically decor and then to darken the room up at night and just for privacy. Just for privacy. And so, so these are not as perfectly creased as the ones in the living room because I don't have them pinned at the bottom, as you can see here. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't add the pins, they're just going to flare apart like this. And so if you want to keep that nice crease, then you would have to pin them at the bottom or sew them or something. But because we are currently opening them and closing them, I haven't done so. And so these are the same color as the living room, but my camera just won't brighten up or focus on these. I am so sorry, guys. Let me see if I can brighten this up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So yeah, like I was saying, these are the same color. It's the dark gray, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 panels, and these are all the 50-inch wide. I didn't get any of the 100. Reason is because we do have a little angle here, so I was not going to be able to run it all in one. So this is just a different type of double pane. See, so we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's a total of 6. And yeah, it gets very, very dark in this room once you completely shut them down. And The material, it's just amazing, you guys. It's just very beautiful. It looks very expensive. It's just so thick. I'm just so impressed with the quality. Now let's go back to my living room and show you guys a little bit more details. All right, guys, so this is like a very awkward angle, but I'm just trying to show you how I pinned these so you can create this look in case this is something that you want to do to yours. So basically what I did is I brought them all together like this, and once you hold both ends of the drapes, you're going to naturally view a crease. So then wherever it folds in, that's where you're going to pinch it. So you're going to pinch the middle, so like the inner loops, and then you're going to have another inner loop here. So then you're going to take either a safety pin, or you can take a needle with some thread and then just simply add the pin in the back. So you're going to add it here in the middle, or like in the front, I guess you can say, and then one in the back. You're going to do the same thing to the other side. You're going to add one in the back and then one in the front, which is right here. So like I said, once you hold both ends of the drapes and you kind of like push them in together, kind of like an accordion, you're going to naturally view and see where it creases. So just, you're probably going to need like a second hand and have somebody help you if you can't do this on your own. But once you see that crease, and you just let go of this side and then hold it, place your pin or your safety pin or bobby pin, whatever it is that you're going to use to hold these in. Place one in the front and then place one in the back. That way this can stay back, because if you don't place one here, this is going to be creased, but then this is going to flare out. So that's something you want to avoid if you want this nice straight crease look. And then you're going to do the same thing to this side. And then once you go to the wider ones, the 100 inches wide, because they are larger, you're going to have a lot more to pinch in and to add more, but you're going to do exactly the same thing like I described here. So I'll go ahead and repeat it once again, or you can always just rewind, whichever. You're going to hold both ends of the drapes, and then you're going to squeeze them in like this, nice and straight, and you're going to naturally see the crease. Once you see the crease on the left side or the right side, let go of one side, hold, pinch, add your pin in the front, one in the back, do the same thing to this side. One here, one in the back. And that is all you do, simply as that. Once you do that, you're going to just naturally see how the whole entire drape from bottom to top is going to have that beautiful, nice crease look. Okay, another question I often get is, are my drapes dragging or touching the floors? No, they are not, and that's just not the look that I want. Now, I have seen them on Instagram, on, Pinterest, and it's a beautiful, nice look, but I did not want that for my living room. Maybe I could have done it in my bedroom, but I didn't. I do like that look, but if it's something that you don't want to do, that's something you have to keep an eye at when you are placing your drapes. Once you, before you actually screw in your drape panel, you have to make sure that you have a little gap at the bottom. Now, we eventually in the future, we plan on putting some maybe more tile in the living room just to complete the whole look, or maybe like wood floor, I'm not sure, but that is something that I wanted to leave under. So there's quite a few inches there, and then these are also all pinned. These are all pinned in the living room. So do you see how you can see the creases? Oh man, my camera just won't focus. It's so dark. Let me see. Let me try something here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so see, oh my goodness, look how beautiful that looks. Okay, and then that's the gap that I was talking to at the very top. And you can see the difference. So you see how this one's way more wider than this one. This one's the 50, this is the 100. And basically that little magic pin that you will add at the bottom is going to create it all the way to the top. And it's also important that at the top you crunch them in. So once you go ahead and place your drapes and hang your drapes in, not place your drapes, what am I talking about? Once you install your drape, your rod, there you go, your rod, and then once you hang your drapes, you want to make sure you you crunch them in, you help create that crease at the very top, and then once you add the pins at the bottom, it's just gonna be a perfect duo. So there you have it. That's my little secret of how I keep my drapes the way they look. All right, guys, here I'm just giving you a look from my foyer. So this is right at my front door. And this is what I was talking about when I said this is, you know, the drapes are the first thing you see or you look at when you enter my home. Because my windows are literally like just right across from the door. So, you know, it makes a huge difference when you add these beautiful, expensive, luxurious looking drapes to such a large room like this. It's just like the cherry on top. It just makes it look so like over the top. And that's just exactly the look I was going for. And I'm just obsessed. Like, I just can't get over these. These are just, you know, a few years old, and I'm still to this day loving this purchase. And I highly recommend it to anyone out there looking for these type of drapes for a double ceiling window just like mine. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. It was a pleasure sharing every single detail and letting you guys know how much I am in love with my drapes. I hope this video was helpful, maybe in any way. And if you have any questions, ask in the comments below. I promise I'll get back to you. And like I mentioned, I'll go ahead and link them down in the description box in case you guys want to take a look and shop around and compare to other drapes that you see out there. But you won't find this quality for this price, I promise. Nowhere. This is like one of the best ones. And trust me, I did a lot of research. I just hunted for more and more because I wanted to do so many comparison. And these were like one of the best ones, best quality, best everything. So look no further if you are on the hunt for some nice, long, luxurious drapes. These are it for you. I promise you won't regret this purchase. Well, don't forget to like if you enjoyed today's video and consider subscribing to my channel for more new upcoming videos. I'll see you guys on the next one.